Welcome back. I got a shower and a shaving. The sun is shining again. So we have some free heating. 25. I took the heating off like 3 or 4 days ago. So it's early spring. But I have heating, and this water pipes is very hot. I have this 5 water pipes in my apartment. Like this water pipe is hot too. So let's finish breathing. But I need a little bit water. I have another water pipe here. It's very hot. 5. And another one that put inside here, so you cannot have any food because we have a hot, very hot water pipe, so it's very hot. You cannot have food. You cannot put food like this inside there. So I have a little bit heating on. Not much. But I think this heating, they close in like 2 weeks. No, they will close the heating end of the month, I think. But I need many months to read this. It will take me many months, many years probably. So just read one by one, but not my whole day, because I need time to do something else. I have other stuff I like to read about than just American history.
In a 1989 book by Charles H. Whitby. Nevertheless, Dawson argued that the inscription might represent another message from the colonists, similar to the Croatoan inscription at Roanoke. If so, Kora might indicate that the colonists left Croatoan Island to settle with the Koi, also known as the Karanin, on the mainland near Lake Matamuskeet. A 2009 study to determine the age of the Kora tree was inconclusive. Damage to the tree caused by lightning and decay has made it impossible to obtain a valid core sample for tree ring dating. Even if the tree dates back to the 16th century, establishing the age of the inscription would be another matter. Dare Stones, edit. Main article, Dare Stones. From 1937 to 1941, a series of inscribed stones were discovered that were claimed to have been written by Eleanor Dare, mother of Virginia Dare. They told of the travelings of the colonists and their ultimate deaths. Most historians today believe that they are a fraud because investigations linked all but one to stonecutter Bill Eberhart. The first one is sometimes regarded as different from the rest, based on a linguistic and chemical analysis, and as possibly genuine. In popular culture, edit. Raleigh was publicly criticized for his apparent indifference to the fate of the 1587 colony, most notably by Sir Francis Bacon. It is the sinfullest thing in the world, Bacon wrote in 1597, to forsake or destitute a plantation once in forwardness, for besides the dishonor, it is the guiltiness of blood of many commiserable persons. The 1605 comedy Eastward Ho! Features characters bound for Virginia, who are assured that the lost colonists have by that time intermarried with Native Americans to give rise to a whole country of English. United States historians largely overlooked or minimized the importance of the Roanoke settlements until 1834, when George Bancroft lionized the 1,587 colonists in A History of the United States. Bancroft emphasized the nobility of Walter Raleigh, the treachery of Simon Fernandez, the threat of the Secretan, the courage of the colonists, and the uncanny tragedy of their loss. He was the first since John White to write about Virginia Dare, calling attention to her status as the first English child born on what would become U.S. soil, and the pioneering spirit exhibited by her name. The account captivated the American public. As Andrew Lawler puts it, the country was hungry for an origin story more enchanting than the spoiled fops of Jamestown or the straight-laced Puritans of Plymouth. Roanoke, with its knights and villains and its brave but outnumbered few facing an alien culture, provided all the elements for a national myth. The first known use of the phrase "the lost colony" to describe the 1,587 Roanoke settlement was by Eliza Lane S. Ford Cushing in an 1837 historical romance, Virginia Dare, or The Lost Colony. Cushing also appears to be the first to cast White's granddaughter being reared by Native Americans, following the massacre of the other colonists, and to focus on her adventures as a beautiful young woman. In 1840, Cornelia Tuthill published a similar story, introducing the conceit of Virginia wearing the skin of a white doe. An 1861 Raleigh Register serial by Mary Mason employs the premise of Virginia being magically transformed into a white doe. The same concept was used more famously in The White Doe, a 1901 poem by Sally Southall Cotton. The popularity of the Lost Colony and Virginia Dare in the 19th and early 20th centuries coincided with American controversies about rising numbers of Catholic and non-British immigrants, as well as the treatment of African Americans and Native Americans. Both the colony and the adult Virginia character were embraced as symbols of white nationalism. Even when Virginia Dare was invoked in the name of women's suffrage in the 1920s, it was to persuade North Carolina legislators that granting white women the vote would assure white supremacy. By the 1930s this racist connotation apparently subsided, although the VDA organization, founded in 1999, has been denounced for promoting white supremacists. Celebrations of the Lost Colony, on Virginia Dare's birthday, have been organized on Roanoke Island since the 1880s. To expand the tourist attraction, Paul Green's play The Lost Colony opened in 1937 and remains in production today. President Franklin D. Roosevelt attended the play on the 18th of August, 1937, Virginia Dare's 350th birthday. Bereft of its full context, the colonists' sparse message of Croatoan has taken on a paranormal quality in Harlan Ellison's 1975 short story Croatoan and Stephen King's 1999 television miniseries Storm of the Century. It is also the name of a human-like villain, portrayed by William Shatner, in the 5th season of King's Haven. Croatoan also appears in the 2005 television series Supernatural. In the 1994 graphic novel Batman Spawn, War Devil, Croatoan is the name of a powerful demon who, in the 20th century, attempts to sacrifice the entirety of Gotham City to Satan. The 2011 American Horror Story episode Birth relates a fictional legend in which the lost colonists mysteriously died, and their ghosts haunted the local Native Americans until a tribal elder banished them with the word Croatoan. This premise is expanded upon in the 6th season of the series, American Horror Story, Roanoke, which presents a series of fictional television programs documenting encounters with the ghost colonists. The leader of the undead colonists, the butcher, is depicted as John White's wife Toe Mason, although there is no historical evidence that she was one of the colonists. In the 2015 novel The Last American Vampire, the colonists are the victims of a vampire named Crowley. The inscription COO was thus an incomplete attempt to implicate him. See also, edit. 1 list of people who disappeared mysteriously, pre-1910. 2 timeline of the colonization of North America. Notes, edit.
Good. So now I read one more. So soon at 1 p.m. I think I will read about the old aircrafts. But I will look my list. But I need a break. I don't like to reading more now. So I think I will open my door, get some fresh air into my apartment because the sun is shining. So I maybe read a little bit later, but I need a break now.